Our world is full of lots of information. From your music playlist to your mobile phone contents, from your saved computer games to the details on your Facebook profile, from the information stored by your school to the data stored by your doctor. There is a lot of information, and it all needs to be stored, categorized, searched, and sorted. The amount of data that we store is growing at a tremendous rate. In fact, every day we create 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. So much that 90% of the digital data in the world today was created in just the last 2 years. That's the equivalent of a 60-foot high wall of iPads stretching from Edinburgh to Oman in the Middle East. How do we manage this massive increase in the data we store? We depend on information systems to help us create, control, store, find, and access this information. So what is an information system? An information system is a set of computer-based tools for collecting, storing, and processing data in our world. Businesses and other organizations rely on information systems to carry out and manage their operations, interact with their customers and suppliers, and compete in the marketplace. For instance, corporations use information systems to reach their potential customers with targeted messages over the web, to process financial accounts, and to manage their workforce. Governments use information systems to provide services cost effectively to citizens, to manage the economy, and to gather taxes. Digital goods, such as electronic books and software, and online services, such as auctions and social networking, are all provided by and operated by some kind of information system. A typical information system will have somewhere to store the data. Often this is a database. There will be a program which helps you use the data, and the program will have a user interface where you, the user, issue commands and receive the results. Information systems play a role in every aspect of your life. In our constantly connected digital world, it is important that you understand how information systems and the data they collect impact on everything that you do.
Hyperconnectivity fundamentally redefines the way enterprises, individuals, and governments relate to each other. Combine it with new ways to create values for businesses and society, and you will see why leaders are so desperate for a roadmap that will help them to start understanding and embracing this new reality.
The Global Information Technology Report analyzes the drivers and impacts of ICT on the economy, allowing countries to measure and benchmark their ability to leverage this technology. Through its Network Readiness Index, the report measures the ICT infrastructure, the cost of accessing this infrastructure, and the presence of the necessary skills to ensure an optimal use. The uptake and use of ICT by government, business and individuals, the business innovation environment and regulatory framework, and finally, the economic and social impacts of ICT. There are several interesting findings, but we would like to highlight 4. The first one is that the Nordic countries and the Asian tigers continue to dominate the digital landscape and they remain in the top 10 of our ranking. The second finding relates to a big gap between developed countries on the one hand and developing countries and emerging countries on the other hand, not only in terms of ICT infrastructure, but in terms of the benefits that ICT can provide to improve their competitiveness and well-being. This divide is happening also within regions, in Europe and Asia, in North Africa and the Middle East, in Sub-Saharan Africa and in Latin America. The fourth finding relates to the presence of an investment threshold. There is a certain minimum investment. Once this threshold has been achieved, we observe that there are increasing marginal returns to those investments.
While countries and international organizations use it to share their policy experiences, industry partners utilize the report to highlight their thought leadership
We hope this report will help policymakers, business leaders, and the civil society to take action and unleash the full potential of ICT.